order the February 6, 2020 called work session to order, and I'm asking the clerk to please call the roll.
Dr. Lee.
Here.
Ms. Walden.
Here.
Ms. Shinholster. Mr. Reynolds.
Here.
Mr. Mullins. Mr. Chambers.
Here.
All right, we do have a quorum present. At this time, I'm gonna put it over to the city manager.
Mayor, we need to go into closed session to discuss personnel and legal issues, please, ma'am.
All right, can I get a motion to go into closed session pending litigation and personnel matter?
So move. Second motion.
All right, clerk, will you please call the roll? It's been properly motioned and second.
Dr. Lee.
Aye.
Ms. Walden.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
All right, at this time, we're gonna officially go into closed session pending personnel and litigation. We'll return.
Aye.
I didn't notice that.
Well, if you attach those, you don't have any agreements attached to those resolutions, do you?
All right, we're reconvening from
No.
closed session
Separate
at this
Usually
time,
just
and can I get a motion for us to
Adopting the attached.
come out of,
Ronnie?
reconvene from closed session and go back into our open council meeting?
Changed all these agreements. So,
So I
but you still do the resolution.
Oh, okay, and I need a
stick
second.
whatever y'all.
Second.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
can y'all say that again?
Ms. Walden moved on the motion.
motion to open.
A second, please.
Who wants second? Lee, I believe. Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee? Dr. Lee second?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I need
Need to vote.
Dr. Lee.
Aye.
Ms. Walden. Ms. Shinholster.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins. Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Okay. So we're back into open session, and right now we want to look at the tentative approval to all documents subject to the county acceptance of the city council adoptions of our water and sewer agreement and our sales tax agreement. Mr. Jordan, if you would like to give us some direction on this, right?
Yeah, no, thank you, Mayor. As everyone is aware, we have been working for quite a period of time to come to agreement on the sales tax agreement, SPLOSH, a water and sewer agreement, and also with regards to the other aspects of service delivery, which includes our Form 2s and the library agreement. I think that we are at a point, based on your input and what we have received and been told relative to the county through their attorneys and through some of their staff, that we are in a position to propose the finalization of a series of agreements and joint resolutions that are required in order to hopefully resolve all of these issues. Keep in mind that what you're going to be voting on tonight, although individually, that this is a collective piece of work. In other words, it would require acceptance by the county of each and every agreement, much of which has already been agreed to, for any one of the agreements to be effective. We still have, with regards to the water and sewer group, we have some exhibits that have to be attached that have not been produced yet. Mr. Griffith and myself and our special counsel, Drew Whalen, worked today and worked with the county attorneys and their staff, the county staff, in trying to reach finalization on the water and sewer agreement. I want to make sure everyone's clear that what we are sending back to the county on the water and sewer agreement, they have not approved. That document, we exchanged comments beginning about 7 o'clock last night. We received some responses about 1:30 this morning. Mr. Griffith and I and Mr. Whalen worked on it today, and we think that and feel strongly that we have addressed the comments and concerns, some of which were justified, I believe, that the county special counsel had. So what we're sending back to them, and it's actually redlined, and you've been given a copy of it, is our water and sewer agreement with hopefully us addressing the comments that they have made relative to that agreement. So I don't want anybody to leave here thinking that by adopting all of these documents tonight that we are done. Hopefully, when the county meets tomorrow at 11 o'clock, they will accept those changes to the water and sewer agreement and our explanations, and they will vote on that, and we will be done. Because keep in mind, we've already have tentative approval of the vast majority of the documents. We have approved the mega site, the economic development component of those agreements. There's a joint resolution you will pass tonight. We did make no, we did not make any changes to that. So those are going to be passed tentatively, just like they were sent to us. Okay. Same is true of the library agreement. That was worked out, at least a month or so ago, and so that is what they approved. They being the county, that's what they approved last Friday. So we will have tentative approval of that. The Form 2s that are DCA Form 2s that are part of SDS. We reached agreement on those, and that you will be approving tentatively tonight what they have approved. So in actuality, assuming I haven't missed anything, there's a joint resolution relative to service delivery, the Form 2s and all the agreements. We did make one change to that, but I don't anticipate that being a problem. It was some language that I think they inadvertently left out, and we have put it in our joint resolution. So they would have to adopt that joint resolution. The sales tax agreement that you are going to be asked to consider and hopefully approve tonight is the agreement that we have ironed out with the county lawyers today. And so I would expect that they will be approving that. It's not the one they approved on Friday, but I suspect that they will be approving that. So it really leaves us with what they consider and how they view our attempts to address their comments and concerns relative to the water and sewer agreement, and to get the exhibits like we want them. There are 4 exhibits, and I think the county manager brought up to Mr. Griffith tonight some revising to the Exhibit D, which is a list of streets and so forth relative to the water customers in the area that the county is going to be purchasing from the city. So there's still some work that has to be done there. But assuming that they are in agreement with regards to our changes, then I assume they would approve that agreement tomorrow. They have it. I assume they will approve it tomorrow. And then we would be done as far as the actual approving of the agreements. We wouldn't have everything prepared to sign off on. And keep in mind, as you well know, in your review of these agreements, that we've got transition periods, and we've got there's still a lot of work to do in closing all of this out. But as far as the agreements themselves, hopefully all of that would be finalized and could be signed. The mayor could sign those sometime next week, as well as the county commissioners doing the same. The only thing I'm trying to make sure that we're all aware of and understanding of is that the county could make some changes to that water agreement tomorrow. I don't know that they would be changes that would be acceptable to you, so I hope they do not do that. But if they did, then you would be asked probably next week at our Tuesday meeting to reconsider those. And that's really it. We would, as you well know, our sanctions will be reimposed starting next week. So hopefully we will be in a position to have all agreements done and that part of this process completed. I would definitely like to take just a moment to say how much I have appreciated the effort and the time that you guys as elected officials have spent. I think we were joking a little while ago about how we've probably seen each other about as much as we've seen our families, it feels like. We've almost become family. So that, I can't tell you how appreciative, from a lawyer standpoint, how much easier it makes your job when your clients are engaged, and you guys have been engaged for the last 3 years, and I'm much appreciated of your engagement. And I also would have to give a big thank you to our interim city manager. Hank has, I tell you what, it has been a much welcomed team as far as him getting up to speed and doing everything possible to make sure that this happened, and it happens like you wanted it to. I've told Hank today that as the city is getting an added bonus with him because he's a very, very good law clerk. And that's just what we need around here. We need a law clerk. But I'm serious. I really appreciate everything, and I hope that we are at the end of this odyssey for sure.
Well,
Thank you,
Jimmy,
Ms.
we
Mayor.
appreciate you too.
Well, I
Even
appreciate
especially when
that.
you've got the flu and doing what you've done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, council, we've heard our council's explanation of this resolution, so I guess we're gonna ask the clerk at this time to start out with Resolution R-2002-04. And please read it like a caption. Just read it aloud for us tonight.
A joint resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Walden County, Georgia, and the Mayor and Alderman of the City of Milledgeville to provide for the number of directors, which governing body they shall be appointed by, and the funding responsibilities for the development authority of the City of Milledgeville and Baldwin County.
You have heard the resolution. Do I have a motion to adopt?
Move we approve. Second.
And it's properly approved. Motion and second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
So approved. Resolution, the next one is Resolution R-2002-05. Clerk, please read it aloud.
A resolution to authorize an intergovernmental agreement with the Baldwin County Board of Commissioners and the City of Milledgeville and Baldwin County Development Authority for the transfer of property and payment of Development Authority bonds.
You've heard the resolution. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Move
So-
we,
Second.
Everybody's happy.
That was Reynolds. You made the
yes, sir, move we approve.
Made a half a move.
He moved.
He made the second. I didn't hear who made the second.
Denise.
He moved.
Call.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
All right, resolution is approved. The next one is Resolution R-2002-06. Clerk, please read it aloud.
A joint resolution of the Baldwin County, Georgia, and the City of Milledgeville, Georgia, approving forms pertaining to the delivery and funding of certain services pursuant to the Service Delivery Act.
All right, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
The resolution is approved. The next one is Resolution R-2002-07. Clerk, please read aloud.
A joint resolution of Baldwin County, Georgia, and the City of Milledgeville, Georgia, approving forms pertaining to the delivery and funding of certain services pursuant to the Service Delivery Act, enacting intergovernmental agreements pertaining to the delivery and funding of certain services, approving the settlement, release, and dismissal of claims between the parties, and for other purposes.
You've heard the resolution. May I get a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Resolution is approved. The next one is Resolution R-2002-08. Clerk, please read.
A resolution to authorize an intergovernmental agreement with the Baldwin County Board of Commissioners regarding water and sewer service within unincorporated Baldwin County.
Get a motion to approve the resolution.
Move we approve.
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Resolution is approved. The next one is Resolution R-2002-09. Clerk, please read aloud.
A resolution to authorize an intergovernmental agreement with the Baldwin County Board of Commissioners for the operation, services, and funding of library services.
All right, you've heard the resolution. Need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is approved. And the final resolution is R-
I need to
Oh,
call.
I'm sorry. Call the roll, clerk.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Resolution is approved. And the final resolution is R-2002-10. Clerk, please read it aloud.
A resolution to authorize an intergovernmental agreement with the Baldwin County Board of Commissioners defining the distribution of the special purpose local option sales tax collection.
All right, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
All right, resolution is approved. Is there any further discussion?
Madam Mayor, I would just like to take the opportunity to thank our counsel, Mr. Jordan, for all of his hard work on this. He worked through this week, even being under the weather, and we sincerely appreciate his dedication to these efforts in helping us resolve this service delivery discussion.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? All right. Nothing else being said. I get a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Move, we adjourn.
Second. Meeting adjourned.